So don't tell me I'm not a real podcaster, because I am. I also have TV on in the back, and my phone is about to die. Maybe I'm not a real podcaster yet because I don't have a camera. I'm using the back of my iPhone. But I swear, I hope, oh my god, is this on? I hope this is working, because if it's not and my phone dies, I'm gonna be super pissed if I have to reshoot this. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been about a month, and it's been a little bit longer since I posted a podcast episode, and we're comfortable. I'm in my nightgown, no makeup, under the blanket. I got a new poster. It's Brittany. She's an icon. She's the legend. She is the moment. Will always be. I think I'm gonna do a room tour because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Like, this is my teenage bedroom. I've been here for a long time, and I don't know if that's gonna change within the next year. So I might do a room tour. And I was just thinking about like obviously these four walls, that's my teenage bedroom where I grew up, but as a teenager it was all white and gray, and like very clean girl aesthetic, and just very not me. And I always wanted one of those bedrooms that like a 90s teen or like early 2000s teen had, like from the movies, like with all the posters everywhere and just like everything that you ever loved, like on a poster or pictures. And I have so much splattered all over the wall, and I have art, and I have pieces that my loved ones have made me, and pieces from my travels and things like that. So these four walls perfectly encapsulates my soul, and it's all pink. And I think when I move, I'm not gonna take anything with me. I'm gonna leave everything behind. So I think I might do a room tour, and I also have to fix my posture. That's a random thought. Anyways, this is a long intro, but I'm back with another episode of the Pink Bedroom podcast. And yeah, it's been a minute. A lot has been going on. Today I wanted to touch on a couple topics: where I've been, what's been happening post-grad, because my last video was me graduating college and a lot has happened. I wanted to touch on grief, because that's like a big emotion that I'm dealing with right now, and boundaries, because that is something that I finally learned at 22 years old. I think after I graduated, I don't really plan my life at all. Like, I know I was heading into university, and I got stuff settled with university, and I figured out my class schedule and all of that stuff, but I didn't really know if I wanted to like go straight into the legal field or if I wanted to do something else. I just didn't really know, and I ended up actually doing something completely different, and now I have an entirely new career that has nothing to do with what I went to school for, and it's very exciting and very new, and I'm taking you guys along. So when I have updates to share, I'll share, because it is really cool what I've been doing. But yeah, it's just been like so busy and so hectic over the last couple of months since I graduated. So much going on, like family stuff. Yeah, it's just been a lot, but it's all very exciting, and I'm very blessed. And that leads me into my next topic, because I recently watched this show, We Were Liars. Spoilers up ahead. And I loved it. Like, it's one of those shows, like, I haven't had a show in a very long time that like touched my soul and like stayed with me like days after. And this show is like, it's like attached to my spirit, and it's like the pain that I felt while watching it is still like stayed with me, and I'm like, what the fuck, that's crazy. But it was so good. And I don't know, Cadence, the main character in the show, she's going through grief, but she doesn't know it because she's like suppressed it for a whole year. And I find that the show like perfectly encapsulates what it is to be a human, because you're so flawed, and when you think you're going right, you're actually going left. And when you think something is like an amazing plan and it's gonna work out, it's a fucked plan, and it actually is gonna go horribly wrong. And that's what it means to be a person, because we don't have everything figured out, and sometimes you have to live and learn. And in that case, it was like very, very tragic. And oh my god, just like oh my god, I don't want to cry. Oh my god, because that show made me cry for hours. And I found it so relatable to what I was going through, because she put off grieving and mourning her loved ones for an entire year. Like, she erased them. She erased the trauma of that incident. She erased the trauma of everything that happened and their deaths for an entire year, to kind of, you know, keep herself safe internally, I guess. And that's kind of what I've been doing for the past year. I've just like erased a person from my head and stopped thinking about them in order to keep going with my life. And I'm like, okay, when I'm done with college, I'll grieve. Or when I have my dream career, I'll grieve. Or when I get my own place, I'll grieve. And like when I'm like in this point in my life, then I'll have time to like grieve and mourn that person. There is never a right time to do that. Let me just tell you guys, there's never a right time, never a right moment to do that. And that show kind of like woke me up. It kind of like ticked something off in my head, and I was like, okay, maybe like I can't keep putting it off, and maybe I just have to come to terms with it, because you never really know how to deal with it. You know, they have like the 5 stages of grief and things like that. There is no like guide to it. Yeah, I can read books and I can talk to people, and maybe I can go and get therapy or go to support groups for people who are in the same situation as me, but nobody can understand what I'm going through, because even a year later, after I've lost someone, I still feel it like in my bones, and it feels awful. And that show really just really made me realize that it's going to feel awful, but you have to feel it. You have to feel it. I also read A Little Life, which touched on, you know, grief and loss. And reading it, I thought it would help me, but I was still kind of in that mindset, like that forgetful mindset, like I need to forget this person, I need to forget this person. And now I'm kind of in the mindset where it's like, hey, maybe I don't need to forget this person in order to live. Maybe I can remember this person and remember this person full of life in order to move on. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Just, emotions are not a really good thing for me. Like I'm not like an emotional person. I'm not an affectionate person. I don't do relationships very well. It's just not really my thing. So all of this is very new to me, you know? And if anyone is out there and like relates to it, I think if you're going through something, you just have to go through it. You just gotta go straight fucking through it. There is no loophole, there is no putting it up, there is no forgetting, there is no distracting yourself with your work or with your family or with anything. You just have to do it, because if you don't, you're gonna be happy on the surface, but deep down you're gonna be like rotten, your insides are gonna be rotting, because you're slowly killing a part of your soul every time you're not handling or dealing with the situation that you should be dealing with. You need to be dealing with situations, you need to be, you know, facing these emotions. And I'm talking to myself here, because this is something that I need to hear. You need to be talking to your loved ones. You need to just be, and like I used to think that like maybe if I find like ways to cope, you know, but now I'm like I've been so comfortable in the coping and the forgetting and the kind of like bottomless abyss of it all, that I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I just want to feel all my feelings. And if that means that maybe I'm going to come out of it all as a different person, maybe that's okay, because I'm already a different person because of that horrible event that happened. And I don't really talk personally about what I'm going through on the internet just because, you know, a lot of people who don't follow me but watch my stuff, I don't know why, maybe just to like keep tabs on me. I just don't really want them to know. I'm a very, very private person. Oh, how can you be private if you're like on social media? Yeah, I'm on social media, and you know, I have a lot of thoughts and I have a lot of things going on, and I find maybe if I can like help somebody, because you know, being a person is not easy. In whatever situation you have or however you grew up, just being a person is not easy. And we're so flawed, and you know, we go through so many things. So maybe someone sees this video and they're grieving and they don't know how to start, or they're going through something. Maybe this will help them. And again, you just gotta go through it. And you know, I'm not really good at it, but maybe I could get good at it, because I'm probably gonna go through this a bunch more times in my life if I have a long life. I don't know. Yeah, I think the most important thing of all is just to understand that you're not alone. Like, this is a universal thing that happens. People lose their loved ones, and they lose people that they really care about, and it fucking sucks so bad, and it shapes you. Like, I know I will never be the same person that I was, and that's kind of scary, but I kind of need to transform that like scary mentality to, hey, maybe this is gonna shape me and change me to do something or to be someone better. I have to just take a negative situation and make it into a positive, because you know, I mean, that situation, it did kind of help me, because you know, I stopped everything bad that I was doing, because I, you know, I take after one side of my family a lot, and I don't want to end up like them. So I decided to, you know, just stop drinking and stop partying and stop doing certain things that don't serve me. Focus on my health a lot more, because yeah, I'm in my 20s and I'm young and all these things, but I'm not invincible. Things that I do now are going to catch up with me in my 40s or my 30s or my 50s and so on. So I really have to be very conscious of everything and that I'm putting into my body and everything that I'm doing to my body. This is a tip. Please, anyone out there who's listening, take care of your knees. Your knees are the most important thing ever, and I wish someone told me as a teenager to take care of my legs a lot more, because I was a wild child in my teens, in my preteens, and I did a lot of things that messed up my legs a little bit. So I do a lot of yoga and stuff like that, but every so often when it rains, my knees hurt. So please take care of your knees. I'm very mellowed out tonight because I don't feel very well. I don't feel well at all. And I think it's because of the heat outside and just like everything that I'm feeling, maybe. So I thought maybe if I talk to the camera. My topic also, before I end this video, because again, this episode of the pod is going to be very short because I'm not feeling well, but I did want to post a video because I haven't posted in like a month. Boundaries. Wow, that's a big one. I learned that just the other day because I was I've never been a very good communicator. Just because, let me preface this by saying, anyone who's like a parent out there, you need to teach your kids everything. Literally every single thing about being a human person, you have to teach your kid, because they will go through their life and through the world having to learn the hard way. And I've had to learn the hard way my entire life because I was not set up with like the tools and the knowledge of certain things. It's like communication is not like this important thing that I had to learn, and boundaries, and being, yeah, just a communicative person. And it's not to say, because like obviously talking to someone is different than communicating with someone, because I find like communicating with someone is on a deeper level where you understand the person and they understand you, and you come to common ground and you're actually like working and talking stuff out. And yeah, I'm very bad at that. Even at my grown age, I'm very bad at that. And I've always had these very tumultuous relationships and friendships where it's a very like all or nothing. Like my entire life, it's like people and I get very, very close, like so close, so quickly. I get very close with people very quickly, and maybe sometimes I'll make them my everything, or they'll make me their everything, and then we blur the lines between friendship and relationship a little bit, because sometimes friendships can be treated like relationships, and I don't want to do that anymore. I decided that I don't want that anymore.